3 days later, Admiral Toke faced the Galactic Council, his remaining eyes downcast in shame. They used their jump drives as weapons, he explained to the horrified assembly, a violation of every convention we've established. The Grand Speaker, a tall, willowy being with luminescent skin, leaned forward. And what of the quarantine? Broken. Human ships have scattered to 16 different systems already. Tolk hesitated. They're what, Admiral? The speaker pressed. They're offering protection to developing worlds on our borders. Worlds we've been harvesting resources from. A murmur ran through the council chamber. On the colony world of Proxima B, Governor Jack Reed addressed the representatives of 6 alien species, all classified as developing by the council. The difference between us and them, he explained, is that we remember what it means to fight for survival. Earth wasn't always united. We spent millennia fighting each other before we learned to work together. A small, furry delegate chittered a question. Yes, Jack nodded. We offer protection without subjugation. The council sees the galaxy as a hierarchy. We see it as a community. And if the council attacks again? Another delegate asked. Jack smiled, but there was something ancient and predatory in his expression. Then they'll learn another lesson about Earth's children. We don't just fight to win. We fight to ensure we never have to fight the same enemy twice. In the following months, the Galactic Council found itself facing an unprecedented crisis. Human diplomatic vessels arrived at world after world, offering technology exchanges, defense pacts, and trade agreements. Their ships, while still technologically inferior, were now armed with weapons that defied conventional countermeasures. The Council's carefully maintained order was collapsing, not through warfare, but through a more insidious threat: choice. We must adapt, the Grand Speaker finally declared to the Council. These humans, they think like predators but cooperate like prey. They compete and collaborate in equal measure. They're unstable, objected a council member. Dangerous. Yes, the Speaker agreed, but they're the future, and we must decide if we will be part of it. As Lisa Miller's ship approached the diplomatic rendezvous with the council representatives, she reflected on humanity's strange journey. In just 1 year, humans had gone from quarantine primitives to a galactic power, not through superior technology or numbers, but through the unique contradiction at the heart of human nature, the capacity to be both ruthless and compassionate, competitive and cooperative, predator and prey. The galaxy was about to change forever, and Earth's children would lead the way. The Galactic Council had made many mistakes in its 5,000-year history, but none quite as catastrophic as underestimating humans. Admiral Toke stared at the tactical display with 4 of his 6 eyes, his scaled skin paling to a sickly blue. The remaining human fleet, if one could call such a ragtag collection of mining vessels, converted freighters, and ancient military surplus, a fleet, had somehow broken through the Council's orbital blockade of Earth. Impossible, he whispered, mandibles clicking in agitation. Their technology is primitive. Their ships are outdated. How? His second-in-command, Rax, gestured to the display. They don't fight according to any tactical doctrine in our database, Admiral. They're unpredictable. They're prey species, Toke snapped. Prey doesn't fight back. It flees or submits. These prey have teeth, Rax replied softly. Captain Lisa Miller had no illusions about the odds. The remnants of Earth's makeshift defense force against 20 Galactic Council battlecruisers should have been a massacre. It would have been if humans fought the way the aliens expected. Status on the converted mining lasers? She asked, her voice steady despite the chaos around her. Her engineer, Tom, glanced up from his console, running at 200% capacity. They'll burn out in 10 minutes. We only need 5, Lisa replied, a predatory smile crossing her face. Execute Operation Thunderbird. The 12 remaining human vessels suddenly cut all propulsion systems. In the vacuum of space, they continued on their trajectory directly toward the Council fleet. They're going ballistic, Rax reported, confusion evident in his voice. All power signatures dropping. Admiral Toke's posture straightened. They're surrendering. No, Rax countered, alarm growing. They're redirecting all power to their forward sections. energy readings off the scale. In the millions of years since intelligent life had spread throughout the galaxy, certain patterns had emerged. Predator species typically develop slower, focusing resources on physical prowess rather than technology. Prey species, constantly adapting to survive, advance quickly. The Council, comprised primarily of prey species who had left their predators behind on their home worlds, had established a peaceful hegemony based on cooperation and shared resources. When they discovered Earth, they classified humans as an anomaly, a prey species that showed predatory tendencies. This contradiction led to the quarantine. Earth was to be isolated until humans could be civilized. They never considered that humans might be both predator asterisk and asterisk prey. Impact in 30 seconds, Tom announced. Lisa nodded. All ships, prepare to execute emergency jump on my mark. The Council had superior weapons, superior shields, and superior numbers. What they didn't have was the human willingness to risk everything on a desperate gamble. 20 seconds. The mining vessels had been retrofitted with massive capacitors, storing energy that would normally be released gradually over days of operation. The humans planned to release it all at once. 10 seconds. The humans are powering up again. Rax reported, confusion evident. Some kind of energy surge. Evasive maneuvers. Tolk ordered, suddenly realizing the trap. 3, 2, 1, mark. The human ships unleashed their stored energy in focused beams, not as weapons, but as propulsion. The Newton-breaking thrust sent them hurtling forward at speeds that tore through the Council's defensive screens through sheer kinetic force. Simultaneously, the emergency jump drives activated, tearing holes in spacetime directly in front of the Council fleet. The human ships didn't enter these jumps. They had aimed them at the Council vessels. The result was catastrophic. Half the Council fleet was torn apart as portions of their ships were caught in different dimensional states. The carefully calculated jumps created spatial distortions that ripped through the enemy formation.